Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is your host, GZ, aka Jesse, aka whatever you want to call me. And this is Up Next Podcast. This is August 28th, 2024. Our amazing reoccurring guests are back again to increase my viewership and ratings. So thank you, Miss Michelle and Miss Gaby. Say hello.
Hi, guys.
There goes the crowd.
Hi.
The crowd goes wild.
No, I love coming back here. Just like how we said last time, it's a little therapy for us too. And I love how you always tell me like, you guys get the most views. So I'm like, okay, I love that. And I love the last one we did. We got everybody mad. I love that.
I'm eating still. I mean, no snacks. You know what? I'm just gonna say this. I'm here to hurt all your feelings. I would be a liar to say that I'm not here to hurt your feelings. And everybody out there that I heard last podcast, I'm just gonna say I love it.
Yeah, the last one was really good, really fun, and we had everyone having a good time, you know. We have now another little baby in the background, my little JJ. I don't know, when was the last one? Was it this year or the year last year?
No,
I can't even remember.
It was this year, yeah.
Was it? Okay. I guess this little one was a lot more quieter, so if you hear any little baby backgrounds, pardonnez-moi. Trying to do the best we can, you know, just a single dad over here. But yeah, she'll be here any minute, so she'll watch the baby. So tell me, what's been new with you guys? We'll start with Gaby. What's new with you?
What has been new with me since the last podcast? Same old drama, you know. But I mean, I started working, so that gets my head like straight more, you know, instead of being home. You guys know I used to club just 24/7 from like Wednesday to Sunday, and then it was so bad. It was making everybody mad, but I stopped that. I actually took a break for like 2 months. It was about 2 months, but now every time I go back, it feels weird. I was telling Michelle this the other day. It's like I go with my friends. I love them. They're a good time. But I'm in there, and I don't even want to try to get drunk. I get like 2 drinks, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to get drunk like that.
So a couple times I did notice on your post that you were like, oh my God, or you're hungover. And then, the famous Jameson bottle, which we're having right now. I mean, what was the last time? It was the last time like really wasted or just kind of like whatever?
The last time I was really wasted was with my family. 2 days. No, Saturday with my family. But like I'm talking about like club wise. You know how like I used to like get blacked out at a club and.
You don't know.
We would tell you the stories. Yeah, we would tell you the stories. But now it's like, I don't know. Clubs close at 2. By like 12:30, I'm sitting outside just waiting for it to hit 2 and waiting for it to end. And I'm like asking myself, I'm like, why am I here? Like, why again? I don't know what changed. I'm confused about that. I'm still trying to figure that shit out.
So, I mean, are you there for, like, just have a good time, support your friends, or are you looking for love out there?
I think I'm just there for the company. You know, like, I get home from work sometimes on Fridays. My family isn't home. My older sister's with her boyfriend. My parents are, I don't know where. Sometimes they're at a party. They're with family. They're with, you know. So I'm, like, there sitting alone, and as soon as, like, one of my friends hit me up, let's go out. Okay, because I prefer the company than being home alone, where like then I start getting sad and I'm like, yeah, no, like okay.
Totally get it. Been there. I hear that a lot with a lot of people. So yeah, I mean, rather than just kind of sitting at home, yeah, let's go out. Let's have. I used to like. It's funny because I think I brought this up before. If not, I haven't. But back when I was in my 20s or younger, hit up the friends all the time every day. I would be the one initiating because I don't want to be home. I'm like, hey, let's go out. And it's all, dude, it's a Tuesday, you know, like, go watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I was like, okay, like, whatever. But yeah, it was just kind of one of those, like, you just felt that itch. Like, you know, like, I don't want to be home. Like, it's so much fun where, like, everyone's together. We're all having a good time. That little sense of camaraderie. And just, I think what was more fun is just, you just didn't know where the night would take you. It was that little bit of like, okay, well, if I go out, something could happen. But if I stay home, ain't nothing going to happen. You're just going to just sit at home and just do nothing. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like thinking like I don't know. Is that kind of maybe more how you see things or what?
Wait, what's Buffy or what'd you say? Buffy the
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
What is that?
It's a CW show that stars Sarah Michelle Gellar, and she would hunt vampires.
Okay, I've never heard of it, but okay.
Well, it was a very famous show.
No, I don't know. I just feel like lately, I was telling Michelle this the other day too. Like lately now when I get like super, super drunk, I always end up crying at the end of the night. Like, and I don't know. Like I start off like fun, bubbly, how I always used to be, you know, like my cake fights. Every time there was a birthday, the cake fights I would always start. You guys remember those? Her backyard was a mess. But then someone just asked me something serious or like starts a deep conversation and I just burst into tears and just start letting everything out, you know, like that's lately how I've been.
Well, I mean, it might be because you're holding a lot in and you just takes that one like, hey, are you okay? And then just the floodgates come.
But I don't feel like I'm holding it in. I feel like every time I feel something, I call Michelle or I call Melanie or Raina or somebody. I call somebody. Like, so I don't feel like I'm holding it in. Maybe I'm holding it.
You might get a hot guy.
The cops.
Yeah, call fire department. So there's a lot of water right now.
Unless I feel like I'm holding it in from the wrong people. You know, like the people I'm supposed to be telling, I'm not telling them. And instead of telling them, I'm feeling judged. And maybe that's what's going on. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I'm sorry, little baby. We'll be right there right now. So, yeah, I mean, you got to tell the right people. So especially if it's about them, for us, anything like you shouldn't hold anything inside as far as animosity or resentment. If someone's causing an issue, tell them. And I know it's easier said than done, but sometimes I don't know. That's me. Like I hate that because I've gone through it. But you absolutely have to just kind of let it out. You have to just kind of like, okay, hey, you said something, even though it's going to be awkward and a little bit confrontational. I absolutely have to let it in because if I don't, it's just going to resonate or it's just going to, what's the word I'm thinking? It's just going to manifest more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just going to build up more. And it's just be like bigger than what it really was. And sometimes you have to be like, hey, that hurt my feelings. Like, even if they don't apologize because people aren't always going to, like how you said, dealing with narcissists.
Yeah. Narcissist, your favorite word, right?
My favorite word. So narcissists won't ever apologize. They're like just someone that doesn't apologize, you know, just full of themselves. Yeah, absolutely. Facts. But yeah, it's if you're dealing with someone like that, they're going to turn it around on you. They're going to be like, no, it was your fault. Or like, that's why the great quote that I love is just accept the apology you'll never get. Because it's true.
Damn, accept the apology you'll never get. That's true. Oh, I hate that. That's true. I love that. It's true. Like if you think about it, it's true. Never get. Like half the world out there owes me an apology, but I'm sitting here.
You think they owe you an apology?
Nah, they owe me an apology. And it's funny because you brought up, okay, so I brought up clubbing and you're like, are you out there for love? Do you think you can find love at a club?
You think what? You can find
love.
You could find club, exactly. Just, you took the words out of my mouth. You can find it anywhere. You could be taking a dump in a McDonald's restaurant and you'll be like, oh, I just came out. And I'm like, sorry, I haven't washed my hands yet. So you can find it anywhere. Like it'll strike you. And as corny as it sounds, like, yeah, I've seen that happen before where people just met the same day and just hit it off. Like they look at each other and then they just give each other that kind of googly eyes, kind of like, oh, okay, like I feel your vibe, because you know people give off auras and energies, and so like when you kind of like are in the same room as that person, you feel it. You feel that energy, and so it's like, yeah, this is gonna go somewhere. I don't know if that's ever happened to you or if you've seen it firsthand or witnessed it. But yeah, I mean, it's out there.
Okay, let me ask you this, because, okay, obviously I got a DUI January. I go to a DUI class, you know. That's another change. I started going to my DUI classes. They made me start going to AA classes. Okay, for you, what's the difference between love and being in love? Like you love someone and being in love.
I think loving someone is kind of like family and friends, and you love them, you know. You love them for who they are, with the energy they bring. there's nothing you have to really invest, and there's nothing really they're investing. It's just like, hey, we're acquaintances, we're family, we're friends. You know, it's like you're not obligated. You have to call me every day. You have to text me every day. You have to everything. No, it's just, you know, like those are the people that, yeah, you love them. You know, they could be gone for like 6-7 months or whatever, and you're still gonna love them. The ones in love, those ones are deeper. Those are like on a whole nother level of intimacy. Those are the ones that you have those deep connections with, where you know, you could stay up all night, you know, till the sun rises. You can have those deep emotional conversations where you just unburden your soul, and they understand you. Like that's like that deep love where you connect. And I could share you a bunch of corny videos, which I found on YouTube, like my old playlists. They're really great, but it's very, like, the way it's expressed in those analogies. It's like very philosophical. It's very deep, and it's like, just, you get like these happy, sad moments to see them, because when you see them, it's like you're already kind of mourning, like, okay, this is going to be lost or taken away one day. Like, you get that happy sadness of just kind of like seeing them and just knowing they're going to be like taken away one day, you know, if that makes sense.
I have a question for you, Jeezy, because I feel like it's good to hear from like a guy's perspective. But what would you consider, like, since she was basically talking about like love and being in love, so what would you say? Because I've seen the movie like Tina Turner, which it was pretty wild. Like, he said he would hit her and then he would say, "I love you." So define that. Do you define if a man can hit a woman and still love that woman, or put her down?
I could simplify that real easily, because that's their understanding of love. Because in their family, that's how they express love. And they grew up with it. They say, "Oh, mommy's or daddy's hitting mommy," so that's love. You know, like they're on the radar. They're acknowledging.
So what about someone that had a good life and never experienced that?
It's pretty rare, just only because, you know, I think that's how they process, or they don't know how to process. So just like with kids that throw tantrums on the ground, they don't know how to process something that they love. You know, they have to, they grip it. They grip it so tight it slips through their fingers. Because, you know, guys and girls probably have gone through it. They go through their stalker crazy stage that, you know, you grip something so tight it just slips out of your fingers. You know, same thing with guys. Guys get too physical. They like, no, like, you know, they try to strong arm someone to stay with them. They try to, you know, intimidate them, you know, because they're so afraid of losing that love. Yeah, because not everyone's emotionally stable. Not everyone's emotionally intelligent.
That's what I was saying. A lot of men, I don't believe, are.
They're not self-aware.
Yeah.
And men mostly, though, they're going to bury their feelings. They're going to bury their thoughts, and it's going to come out in ways like that, anger, like how children, like, they just don't know any better. They're like, they act out, they lash out, they, you know, they don't know any better.
So my teacher also said this. You tell me your thoughts, because this got me thinking too. He said, "I've been married twice, but I never once been in love."
That's wild. Tell me that.
So that's when I was like, I was questioning myself. Like, yeah, I've been in relationships. It's a male. Okay. I've been in relationships, but now I'm questioning, have I ever been in love then? Did I just love the person for who they were? Did I just have care for, or like, was I actually in love with them? I started questioning myself. It's like, I was engaged before. So was I actually in love?
People might disagree with me when it comes to that, because you did say that to me the other day. But I feel that you were in love, because you're not going to just marry somebody that you don't love. I mean, it's common sense. I feel like you can be in love with different people. But anyways, I feel like you could be in love with different chapters of people in life, and what you fall out of love with is their character at the end. You know what I mean? Because people do change. And you know what? Like I said, a lot of the things that Gabby been through, I'm not going to bring it up, but I'm going to say a lot of it has to do with the internet we have today and stuff like that. So it changes a lot of people's mindsets. It changes the way they do things. And guess what? When men begin to change and we don't like that change, it pulls us away, because we're emotional. Like, girls are very emotional intelligent, and guys are more like physical and stuff like that. But there's some guys that are really blessed to be very social. But like I said, I feel that you were in love. I feel that I know what love is. I know what it's like to be in love. And I know what it's like to love, but not be in love. That makes sense. But to want it, but sometimes it just doesn't come according to the other person sometimes. Because they can't meet what you're looking for. And sometimes you're looking for something. You have a checklist. You've been through certain things and you're looking for something. And if that person can't fulfill it, you're always going to keep looking. Even with that person.
What are your thoughts on what my DOA teacher said? Been married twice and never been in love.
Then they are probably under the pressures of either family or friends expecting them. Like, women have the most pressure. Like, at a certain age, you got to be married.
Okay.
At a certain age, you got to have a kid. There's a lot of pressure there. And a lot of times just people just be like, meh, and settle. So the fact they rather settle than actually wait. So that's one. But again, going back to your I think, what was the last thought you were saying? Because I was going to reply to that.
I'm sorry. I have a question for Jeezy because he's a guy. Not that you would know this answer because maybe you don't think like that. So, but maybe you would know because you have a lot of friends. So what causes a guy to go through multiple relationships and just want to sleep around and never commit? Does he not find the right girl, or is that just what he wants his life to be like?
That's just because men are wired that way. Okay. Men are just like, okay, we have 1 million kids in 1 year time span just because we're programmed that way, just to procreate. That's our sense of trying to hold on to our immortality. It's like passing on to our future generations. But more so, it's there's so much negative out there. As much as you kind of see guys, there's as much as girls. They're just like, well, I'm only looking for someone that can support me. I'm only looking for somebody that can get to be there and provide me with X amount of needs. And there's a lot of like, I. Yeah. There's not enough of like, hey, I want to build something together. We should build something together. Yeah. It's a lot of just selfishness out there. And yeah, like a lot of people, guys and girls on both sides of the fence, because it's both sides. It's not one. It's not men. It's not girls. But a lot of it.
For my knowledge, not because.
Yeah, we're all isolating ourselves in just this like, okay, it's me against the world, and then only friends and family because they're not interested.
You said, "Girl, you."
Yeah.
Looking at girl, I'm watching my melon.
Exactly. So friends and families, they're not looking to get anything out of you. I mean, some are like, hey, can you let me borrow $20, $100? Mm-hmm. But those are the rare few ones. But most family and friends, they just want to see you happy, succeed. They're not looking what's going to benefit them. So as opposed to like guys and girls on the opposite end, they want like, what's in it for me? So, but what was your question, Gabby?
I don't know. I agree with you with everything that you said. It's both boys and girls now. It's both. Like yeah. It just feels like it's really people with good hearts are just so rare now. So we're a rare breed now. Like I was literally just telling a friend this today. He was feeling down. I was trying to be there for him. He was crying. And I told him, you know why you're crying? I'm like, you're dealing. I was like, you're dealing with a narcissist. Aww. Sorry, Jeezy, your favorite word. I'm like, you're. I literally told him, I'm like, you have such a big heart, and you should be grateful for it. You should be grateful for it and not let anybody kill it, because at the end of the day, he's a rare breed. Everyone with a good heart is a rare breed now. Me, Michelle, we're rare breeds. We see the world a different way. I see it more like
a pit bull / Pomeranian.
But I don't know. Like that's what I was telling him. It's just we're rare breeds. We shouldn't. I don't know how to describe it, because I have strong feelings on this too. I feel like people just take advantage of the people with good heart, and they know that we're basically in a drought of people with good hearts. And they're taking advantage of it, and they kill those people still. So it's like we're in a drought in California with the grass or whatever, right? And people are still watering the grass, like they're still wasting the water. So like we're in a drought of people with good hearts, and people are still taking advantage of those good people, and it kills them. It kills them, and it gets to the point where they're not people with good hearts anymore.
That part.
And that's what's...
Yep.
I tried explaining to him, but I don't know if I did it right. But I don't know. I just have really strong feelings. Yeah.
Okay. It's about to get juicy up in here. What are we in? Like 20 minutes in? So listen, let me tell you, it's about to get juicy up in here. So you know what? I agree with Gabs. I think totally like people take advantage of people with great hearts. You know, I think I hate saying this because I feel like it's so self-centered, but I feel like literally I have a good heart, and I feel like people have taken advantage of it through my weakest time. I talked about it on the last podcast, and I'm going to say a little something here. Yes, Mom and Dad, I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to open it up. You know, my mom and dad did question me last time about the podcast. And I said, if you just listen to it, you're going to see that I never disrespected you, that I didn't. I never disrespected him. I was just telling my life and my perspective. But as far as it came to my sister and being disappointed with Desiree and being disappointed with Vanessa and being disappointed with Andrew and just so much damn disappointment, you know, I actually ran into my son about 2 days ago. And, you know, he ran like a coward. And if I were Andrew too, I'd run like a coward because I could not face a mother like me that has done everything for him and has watched him succeed and has helped him succeed. Bought him a car. We've already talked about that, right? So, I mean, whatever. You buy somebody something, it means shit. But it has to mean something because nobody else was doing it for anybody. I wasn't getting that when I was younger. So I wanted Andrew to have everything that I personally couldn't have. And it wasn't because my family didn't want to give it to me. We just had some really poor times back in our time frame, you know? And I'm sure if my mom and dad could, they probably would have. Especially I know my dad because, you know, we had a really good relationship. So I'm not saying that me and my mom, you know, but let's just go back to my dad. But I think he would have. So as far as Andrew, I feel that it's hard for when people have a good heart like me and you screw it up so bad that you can't face that person. You're ashamed of yourself. You're not ashamed of the person that did so much for you. You're really not. When you look in the mirror, you're shamed because you know that the person that was there for you through lifetime, you just discarded. And the people that you didn't even have a relation for, you find yourself wanting their acceptance. I think that's where Andrew's at in life. I think he wanted his dad's acceptance so bad. And the mother of love, which is Rebecca. I love that. You know, I'll never forget that when Andrew said she was the mother of love. And I said, oh, really? She's never forsaken you. Well, you know what, Andrew, I'm happy you are where you're at. I told my dad this the other day just to let you know, Jeezy. And I don't know if you're going to agree, but I want to tell you this. I said to my dad said, oh, I love the man that Andrew's becoming. I said, that's great, Dad. I said, I wish nothing but the best for Andrew. I want him to a great life. I mean, we all do, right? With our kids, we want nothing but, oh, you just doing a whole number on here. So, anyways, we want the best for our kids, right? And I do. No matter if me and my son don't get along, I love him and I want him to have the best. But let me tell you something. You cannot be a real man. I don't care who you are out there. If you don't respect the person that gave you birth to you and have respect for the person that gave birth and raised you, you're not a man. You're a coward and you'll never be a man. Andrew, you will never be a man in my eyes until you actually look at what you've done to me, apologize, and realize. You better tell him. You better tell him. You better tell him. And see, that's agreement right there. You're not a man until you respect your mother. And point blank period. My dad never disrespected his mom. My uncles never disrespected their mom. So in order to be a man, you have to respect your mother. I'm sorry. How could you love your own wife? How could you love any other woman out there or stick up for anybody? You can't even love the person that gave you, brought you into this world besides God.
I will add to that because I know a lot of people always say this, and I don't know, maybe this is the old saying, but they always say like how a man treats their mom is a good indicator of who he is as a man.
Yeah, I love that.
So yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and I get it. You know, there's mistakes were made, but you know, we're young once upon a time, and we'll eventually grow and develop and mature, and hopefully things will be better.
I always tell her, karma is as salty as bitch. Been there, done that. I've seen it. I feel like honestly, karma has gotten me a couple times. Like there's been those little things where I've done stuff I wasn't supposed to, and karma got me to it. Right? You don't believe in karma?
You could kill 1 million people, but you only have one life to lose. So you could literally, fire off a nuke and kill 1 billion people, and you only got one life to lose. So no, it doesn't come back at you the same way. And when bad stuff happens, it just eventually happens. Mm-hmm. And people like to be like, karma got you. But no, it didn't. It didn't get them. All it is just bad stuff eventually happens.
So GZ doesn't believe in narcissist and karma.
Listen, the only reason why I believe in karma, it's not because really mankind kind of made that word, I would say. But I'm gonna
redefine what it means. What elaborates. So what karma, if anything, if what karma actually is, it's whatever guilt you feel that burdens you. But if you are a narcissist that don't have no guilt and carry no burden, then you could just go on your happy fucking way and go on doing shit to the world, because there's a lot of good people that do a lot of good things and a lot of bad stuff happens to them.
Yeah.
So that's why I say karma doesn't exist. Okay. It doesn't.
I'm sorry. I have to say this much. To me, I would say would hit a different degree on that, because I know the word of God. So it'd be a little different if you're into, like, if I'm a Christian, So I would go back to the word of God where it said that you have to reap what you sow. So when you reap what you sow, if I'm sowing in bad in a relationship, let's say, obviously nothing's good is going to come from it, right? I'm going to reap bad stuff from that because I'm sowing what is dirty. So therefore I believe in the karma. I don't believe it on the basis as mankind, but I believe it on God. And then God says also this other word that I absolutely love. He said, don't take vengeance because vengeance is mine. So I feel that every time I want to take vengeance upon somebody, I can. Trust me, I can. Say if a guy cheat on me, I can cheat. That's nothing. A girl can cheat faster than a man can. Let's be real. I mean, right? Right? And it can happen. But let me tell you something. I choose to not be like that because I rather have God's vengeance be upon it and me have a peaceful life later on, knowing that I'm a better person, I'm above that, and I'm better than that. And for me, that's the biggest payoff. That's the better payoff. And the other person's just the piece of shit, and I'm not. So I can live with that. I don't want to be the piece of shit. I don't want to be that's sowing into something like somebody did something bad. I don't want to sow in bad. I'd rather sow in good and then reap that later. That's how I feel.
No, facts. I believe you. And no, especially if you're in that, if we're talking in a single equation of one person, another person type of relationship. Yeah, I mean, that's totally, if you keep treating somebody bad, eventually that is going to run out. You know, they're going to just give up. There's a limit to everybody. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So absolutely. I mean, I believe you there. But yeah, karma, no. I don't believe it in the grand scheme of things.
They get what they deserve at the end. If somebody's so bad, it's not karma. Maybe they just get what they deserve.
Even then, man, I've seen so many bad people just live happy lives. And I've seen so many good people have bad lives. Go ahead, say it.
You know, you're right. You're so right. That I always looked at people.
We wish it was the movie.
Oh, I wish they would get what they deserve. No, you're right. Evil people can do evil shit to people. Like I seen this man, for instance, that would cheat on girls left to right, right, and he treated them like an option. He would literally tell the girl, you know what? Think about it. You're up against this girl. He would text a girl a picture of another girl and say, this is the option you're up against. Yeah, he was that bold. But you know what I said to myself? Okay, this guy's 40 something, right? This is the lesson. Okay, he can do evil shit. He doesn't care, right? But let me tell you something, Jeezy, about that. In the end, he accomplished nothing. He accomplished nothing in the end. He still ends up alone. Okay, great. You got your dick wet. Good for you. Any girl can get their pussy wet. Okay, so that's nothing. But the goal is the goal. Look at okay, but the bar is low. That's the bar. See, look at me. People like that, Jeezy, have no standards. If it's to get your dick wet, great. Any motherfucker can do that. If it's to get your pussy wet, guess what? Any bitch can open her legs and do that. I mean, there's bitches who get paid for doing it. So at the end of the day, like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a real man. I'm talking about a real woman who can make something with someone, who can become somebody, who can build on that. That is what separates you from the rest of the world. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you stand out. And I look at somebody like that, like even a couple of you and Amanda, you built something, you've done something, you made something of yourself. You're not out there cheating, acting stupid, being stupid. It's not, listen to me, I always say this, it's not that you can't. It's that you have too much to throw it away for something not worth it. And so I love the fact that you and Amanda can see stuff like that. And I've seen stuff like that. But guess what? I couldn't make Caesar see stuff like that. I couldn't make the guy that I'm with right now see stuff like that. At the end of the day, I just got to know that God is good and he's the vengeance. And at the end, we really will be happy what we're looking for.
Yes, I agree with you on part of it and some of it, but not all of it. Again, guys, it's just how they perceive themselves. It's like, what's the end goal? If they have the short-term, short-sightedness, yeah. If they don't care what anyone thinks of them, then yeah, go do you. As long as you're not hurting anybody. But if you are hurting somebody, then hopefully they have the mindset to like walk away from that situation. But sometimes people don't, because like I read this one story where.
Is it greed?
No, but I read this one story where this guy, he went through this explanation, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know, it's on TikTok, but the guy explained it where he went through this transformation where he was just one of those average guys, but he took the initiative to work out and do better for himself, and he got better. But what he found out, he started like finding out these girls, their threshold to deal with his assholeness, because guys have like that asshole card that when they know they're handsome, they could be an asshole and they don't care because they don't care. That's a narcissist. But he literally played a game with himself. He's all like, I want to talk so much shit to this girl and find out what the threshold was until she finally leaves. And she never did. She never left. Just kind of kept dealing with the abuse of it, just kind of verbally, and she just stuck with it. And that's some people. Some people, I don't know, maybe that's their understanding of love. It's another thing that I remember hearing was like,
but is that really love?
No, but that's their understanding of love. So again,
then is it love though?
No, it's not love. It's their perspective of love. So it's kind of like,
no, I know what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is we have to define love. That's not love.
No, that's not love, but their perspective, because it's, again, going back to that last saying, and I'm going to pass the mic real quick. It's the love they feel they deserve.
Why do you feel like they deserve that love, though? Is it because, like, they never got it when they were a child? Or, like, they grew up without it? Or it's that, right?
Because they were love-starved. Well, no, I like it. I want to share my opinions.
This time. I think it's a little shifted.
Yeah. Well, again, it's like people that haven't had it for so many years. And when you're love starved and then somebody shows you like a little crumb of love, you're going to be like, oh, yes, I want more. And they're going to do whatever it takes to get more.
No, hold up. Okay.
I'm sorry. I have to ask this because you're talking about love. I'm sorry. So I'm being nosy again. I know that I remember because I was in my 20s. When did you and Amanda first meet? That's really important to me.
2007.
How old were you?
I was 24.
Okay. That's the reason why I asked that. I asked that because in your 20s, you can fall in love. You can love somebody, I feel like you can experience that. But it just depends on your maturity and what you've been through as well.
I know, but I'm going to say this now because I'm 23. I'm sorry, guys.
But every experience is different.
Every experience is different, but
I'm saying you can. I'm not saying you will.
I'm not saying you can't fall in love at your 20s now.
Yeah.
And you can't marry and you can't. Yeah. But most people in their 20s now, and I realize this, I'm like, because I'm very observant. I will notice everything. I see what's going on around me. Yeah. But I've heard, I even have my own friends that tell me they're like, I'm not ready for a kid until I'm 30 something. I'm like, really? That's crazy, because before in your 20s, you would get married like at 22, have a kid like at 25, 24. And then, you'd go with your life, even rich, poor, whatever, you would have your kid already. You'd have your little family. But now it's like nobody wants a family. Nobody wants to have kids anymore. Nobody wants to have a serious relationship anymore.
Me.
Social media, yeah, there you go. There you go.
False perceptions, false realities.
With their OnlyFans and everything.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck OnlyFans. It could have been one. You know what? Actually, I'm going to start one. Follow me at MC. No, I would never. You know why I would never do it? It's not that I can't. I'm be real. At my age, I feel I can. But I would never do it because I would never disrespect another female, because I feel that would be my karma. And that's just me, how I think. Hold up.
People take responsibility for themselves. It's not you.
But me, I don't know. I couldn't even if a man took responsibility for himself. You're right. I believe every man has to be in control. Their actions. I love that. But what I'm saying is this. Even to know that if I went up there and a guy wanted to act, I just could never be a part of it. Put it that way. No matter what. I just can't. I don't feel good about myself being a part of something like that and destroying something beautiful that God has ordained. And if they want to destroy it with somebody else, that's fine. But with me, I just can't see that. I would have to be the positive in life, not the negative.
But the money. But the money.
Hit me up at Little MC.
So I mean, yeah, there's alternative. You could do a Fee Finder.
It's just, I was literally telling Michelle this the other day too. It's crazy, all this that we're talking about, because it's sad. The people that make these houses, these roads, they're making less than what a girl just has to do to take a titty pic or like an ass pic or like a little video of her shaking her ass. She makes more money than the person who built your own house. And that's sad. That's super sad. Guys are idiots. I'm sorry. But even girls, I'm sorry. Girls are idiots too. Sorry, no. I have a friend, Michelle, you know Tommy. Oh my gosh. He said, I started an OnlyFans page, right? No, he didn't. I posted a picture and I only got $20 and I gave up. I was like, I'm like, I'm sorry, but oops. But no, like, it's the girls mostly making that money. And, like, no offense, they're BBLs that they're off showing off. Like, like, they're not working hard for it. It's mostly because they're getting money because of that OnlyFans thing. And it's the same thing as the people selling drugs. They're second place in who's making the most money. That's all right. And it's sad. It's sad. It's really fucking sad, because there's people out here working for their degrees. There's people out here working their ass off. Even where I work at, there's people walking every day, Monday to Saturday, and they're not making the same as an OnlyFans or as the fucking drug dealers, and it sucks.
Listen to me. No matter how much we talk about it on here, no matter, even if it's 10 years from now, it's only going to get worse. This is it. This is Satan's world. It's done. It's over. This is a wrap. This is what it's going to cost to split people. It's going to cost to split marriages, strong people. This is it. This is the end right here. So this is, you can't change it.
Yeah, and we're done. We're done, Jeezy. We're done. And even though I'm not toxic like that. I'm a little toxic, but not like that. Just a little bit, but not like super, super over exaggerating. But like, it sucks because if I talk to a guy and I see him even following a girl that's like half naked on there, and I see that she's just one of those OnlyFans girls, I'm not gonna be with you. 100%. I'm not. That's disrespectful towards me. Like, what do you find disrespectful about it? I feel like they're trying to tell me I'm not good enough. Like, why are you over here? Why are you over here trying? Okay, insecurity too. It's my insecurity too.
Because it is. But hold on, let me see something.
But that's all fake at the end of the day. How many people are sliding in their DMs? If he's one of them, then sorry, boo. There's 100 other people. Yeah, exactly. So how many people are gonna? Who is she gonna answer to?
Listen to me. Anyone can become a For You girl or whatever, OnlyFans, whatever the fuck it is called. I don't even know. Like, that's how unimportant it is to me. So listen to me. Anyone can do it. I can do it. You can do it, Gabby. We can do it. Listen to me. Because the morals don't shoot that way, it's just never going to work out for us. Listen to me. No matter how we bitch about it or complain about it, at the end of the day, it's still going to happen out there. But it's our insecurities hitting us. Like, say, for instance, you have a dude. Here you are with this guy. He's for a year. He's looking at these girls, right? At the end of the day, I'm going to say one thing. Fuck him. At the end of the day, you move on to the next one, and your feelings will be canceled. At the end of the day, the guy might not think so. I know. Can you put that out? At the end, that didn't sound right. After talking about this, let me tell you something. No matter what, our insecurities will hit us because every woman and every man has an insecurity. Every single, whether it's about money, whether it's about finances, whether it's about looks, whether it's about like, damn, I have a little bit of stretch marks. This girl doesn't, that he's looking at, and so forth, right? Ooh, sorry. So like at the end of the day, it's only when it comes to my turn, he's like, gosh, why can't I want your attention, girl. I want your attention. Stop talking. So look at.
But yes, going back to what you were saying, yes, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of like people selling themselves, but I don't blame people for doing what they're doing. I don't blame, like, if they're on a stripper pole, if they're making movies, if they're modeling, quote unquote, online.
But we have
you know, no, it's their business. It's their business because
their business sometimes becomes our business, depending on who we're with.
But that all depends on who you're with or who you are. If you're engaging it, that's on them. It's totally them. No. Hold on. Let me finish my thought. Let me finish. No, it indirectly. Yes, but that's the world we live in. They have. I get it, and it's out there. But at the end of the day, that's always be out there regardless. It's gonna be out there. Whether it's an OnlyFans or whether it's porn, whether it's some other form of media consumption. Porn or are we in Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Jeez, man, what's up with the porn?
Okay,
Hey, hold on. Question on that.
Question.
Hold on.
Jeezy, you triggered this shit. Hold up. Porn. Hold on. Okay, no, hold up. Porn here.
Ask that question for me.
Would you let your partner watch porn?
Yeah.
Why?
It's not a big deal.
But why?
It's not a big deal.
We watched it together.
There you go.
Okay, together.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
But do you like expect improvement from it?
I mean, no, give me that.
Okay.
Give me that. Let me tell you something. I'm always like, let me tell you something. I don't feel that it's wrong for a couple to watch porn. I don't. I feel it's really cool, and it can, like, we're kinky motherfuckers, and I feel like you can. I feel it's awesome. I feel like you're just that person, and that's it. I love it. If you're super kinky or whatever, I love it. The problem I have with that is if you have a partner who watches porn but can't make you their own personal porn star inside your room and you can't experience things like that, that's where I come across it as, okay, listen to me. There's one thing, Jeezy, I feel, or Gabs, you're not fucking the screen. You're looking at it and you're like, damn, that's awesome. But my girl, she's still awesome. You know what I mean? You don't fuck the screen. You fuck the screen, guess what? You're going to be left fucking the screen. You're going to be left jacking off. You're going to be left masturbating. Okay? But if you look at porn like, okay, I can improve from this. Oh, that's what okay, I can do that. Like, I mean, it's kind of like a teacher in a way. I love it. Or it's a turn on. But don't ever disregard your girl and think that porn is going to replace that. Don't ever disrespect your man and think the same thing as well.
So I got something to add. So since I triggered the word porn and you guys went buck wild, I'm going to bring this up because us as men, older men, have gotten wise to this. Yeah, when we're in our young teenage years, it's one of those like, oh my God, I'm seeing something I've never seen before because I've never experienced this. I've never seen those type of situations or may never see those type of situations. I was going to get two girls at the same time. It's like, probably never. But as an older man, it will warp your sense of where you're desensitized, where it'll take that type of level of kinkiness to kind of get you more aroused, where the normal basic stuff won't be enough to get you aroused. You'll need that extra kinkiness to get you off. And I've talked about it with older gentlemen. Yeah, it'll warp your sense where like you need a detox from it.
Yeah, you do.
And I felt I totally get where they're coming from, because it can't go down that slippery slope where you're just like, okay, that's kind of what you need to get stimulated. It can be, because your mind goes that it desensitizes everything else. When your intimacy should be more intimate, it should be more touching, it should be more physical, emotional, everything where it's visual, everything should be in person, in life, not as an imaginary fantasy.
Yeah. Okay, so sex. We're talking about this now.
Well, the audience really here.
Sorry, audience.
Go ahead,
but
Gabby.
there you go.
Gabby talking.
Okay.
He's like, hold up. The chase right here.
I'm hearing. This is my ear. Hold up. Do you think there's a specific amount of dates that you have to go to have sex? No. Or what if the guy is like, okay, I'm not sorry, I'm gonna give myself out. No, I'm gonna give myself out.
The audience wants to hear.
I went on a date like last year. Last year I went on a date. And we went to this restaurant.
Her coochie's been cold.
No, okay. I went to this restaurant and he started getting touchy.
Okay.
And I told him I don't fuck on the first date. I'm sorry, I don't. Mm-hmm. He asked me, what number of dates do you need to go on to fuck? What
was your answer?
My answer was like, it happens when it happens.
Oh, I like that answer though. It's true.
It happens when it happens. You're not gonna plan like, oh, this is our 4th date, we're gonna fuck. Like, what the fuck? What kind of shit is that? So what do you think? What are your thoughts on that? Did I say the right thing? Or because afterwards I ghosted him. I just didn't want to deal with that. Like, that's disgusting. That grossed me out. That was a red flag.
No, that automatically is a red flag, because that's what he's looking for. So honestly, there is no set time. It's whatever, again, when you feel the vibe, when you feel that energy, your eye contact, you're making googly eyes at each other, where you just know, like, this is a connect, where it'll go deeper than just a physicalness. You feel it. You'll feel it on that cosmic level. But yes. Red flag if he's already bringing it up. Red flag if they're already so pushy about it. And especially like the guys that kind of make it wait. Sometimes they get stuck having to wait too long, and then they end up wasting their time. So there's been a lot of guys that have.
Some girls really want it right away too.
Well, this is what I'm trying to tell you. There's a lot of guys that are having to put up a lot of time, money, and energy, and there's no payout at the end. There's a lot of girls that, have used guys just for dinner dates, just to go dinner, just to go out.
Yeah, I know some girls.
Exactly.
I know some
And those are the facts. So that's why you just never know.
No, you know what I hate? I hate guys, that talk about their D. I hate him. I hate it. And they'd be like, oh, is this, is that? And then you're like, what? Like, look at the advice to people out there. Don't talk about your D. Don't flatter yourself. Just like a woman shouldn't flatter herself, okay? Just let you be about your business. Don't embarrass yourself, because a girl will know the real deal at the end of the day. And it's not even about that at the end of the day. It's how you treat her. No, and and I really do believe this. Look, I'm a believer, because I know I've had multiple relationships, so I should know. And I hate to say that because I don't want to put my business out there. But look, you can have the biggest D out there and not know how to work it out. And I'm being real, okay? Ow. So, and then you can have not such a big, but you can be average, and you can know how to really work it, and you can know how to please a girl. You can finger bang her. I hate to say this, but I'm being real. You can lick her up and down. Let's be real. You can kiss her, and you can just turn her on to the max. Cover your ears, please, baby. It's about baby melon right now. But listen, he's like, what? No, listen, you can see, some guys think it's about just effing and just being like, okay, no, there's so much more to a woman. There's so much more. He loves what I have to say. I'm telling you, every time I say something, listen, there's so much more to a woman, Jeezy and Gabs. Let me tell you something. Like, you can talk to a woman so beautifully and be like, your eyes are beautiful. Your smile is beautiful. I love everything about you. And that will turn her on alone. You know why? Because we want to hear those things. It's words, of affirmation. And you know what? Hold on. And you know what? Guy just thinks, oh, I just want to bone and go. And it's, you want to watch your porn and bone and go. You know what? At that point, you're just fucking the screen. At that point, you're not really paying attention to the treasure. There you go. Look, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say, the screen is great. The porn is great that we're talking about, but it's all about who you have in front of you. That's the person making the real action. That's the person turning you on. That's the person you're coming to. That's the person you're turned on to. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. Acknowledge the person that you're with, and you're going to get a lot from it. That's all I'm saying.
We'll let her talk. Hold on.
I got babies.
You were saying, okay, a girl wants to hear that the guy compliments the eyes, 100%. Compliments this, compliments something. That. But those could be narcissists too.
But it doesn't matter.
/ manipulation.
Make me feel good before you want to do anything.
There's also female narcissists, by the way.
There are. A lot of them.
100%.
J-Lo's a good example.
No. There you go, J-Lo.
No. Hold on.
No,
Let me see what they...
No, J-Lo 100% is. J-Lo 100%. Yeah, I mean, again, just the vibe, the energy. It could go as fast as it's allowed, and it goes as slow as you want to allow. But there's risk involved with any step for guys and girls. They go too early, they're like, oh, I'm going to be labeled a slut. If they go too long, I'm a prude. Same thing with a guy. I'm going to come off as a jerk if I make a move too early, or I'm going to seem like a pussy if I take too long.
True.
So it's a balance.
Yeah, it's a balance.
It's a weird balance. But that's why I say it's like unspoken vibe, energy, that chemistry where you just know. That's what I say when you asked me about like in love, do you think I'm in love or not in love? It's like you just know. You just know. Without having to question it. You just know.
The love word is back. Okay.
Yeah, we're switching it. Sorry, fellas.
Forget the porn. We said everything we need to say. I will never let my partner watch porn. I'm sorry. But
why do you feel that way?
Yeah, why?
I just feel like, why should you? I'm right here. Why should you? Unless you're gonna learn from it and you're gonna flip me and turn me, then yeah, I was like, all of a sudden you're doing these fucking 360 tricks that I like, okay, then okay, watch it. But if you're gonna watch it, especially in front of me, and you're not gonna do anything, you're not gonna learn, why would you watch it? I'm right in front of you.
It's always going to be a part of a man's life. It's going to be there.
Yep.
And some men will be addicted. Some men will casually do it. But it's always going to be there in the background.
But it's in a girl's life too.
Yeah, it is. It's in both of you guys. So that's why it's like integrated together. If you treat each other right and work each other in that physical communications, like you will see, like so if you find the right girl, yes, you won't have the need for it. So I mean,
my thing is, I would only let a guy watch that if
what?
They learned from it. If they were watching, if they were watching it with me and they were learning. But if I catch you watching it behind my back, no, we're done. Like, bye. Why are you looking at other naked girls? You got me. You a little horny? Okay, call me. Like,
Sometimes, like as it gets older, it's kind of like, I don't want it. No. There's that energy that goes as things. And
then my energy goes on like, you don't want it? Then okay, bye. I'll go find somewhere where they do want it. Like, that's where I get into, because I'm like, you're not gonna watch another girl naked, like, unless I'm with you. And if you aren't, you're gonna learn from it, because like I said, I like the 360, I like the turns, I like the everything, like,
I got a good one, because I have a friend that will remain anonymous that basically went to battle and had a big, huge blowout argument because they found out that the husband was watching porn, and then proceeded to come to me and Amanda and was like, oh my God, I just, and he had this on his phone. And we were like, looked at each other like, so? But it was so huge. I was like, man, there must be something there. I think there's something more. Because honestly, that's the fantasy. It's not a reality. It's not like those porn stars are going to jump out of the screen and run away with the husband, run away with the boyfriend. So it's all a fantasy.
It's a fantasy, but it's disrespectful. I feel like it's disrespectful. I'm not gonna look up videos of guys that are naked, especially when I'm with a guy. Like, why would I? I got my guy right in front of me, so it's like if I'm feeling some type of way, like I want to go do stuff, I'm gonna text my guy. Like I'm not gonna go on Google and type in fucking naked guys or type in guys with big dicks. Like I'm not gonna do none of that shit because I got my guy right in front of me, and I'm happy with that. Like.
Okay, but you're not always gonna be in front of them. And for guys, it is different just because we have those needs that it's like constantly the little devil on your shoulder that's just constantly, come on. It's just always there. And it gets to a point where it even gets painful. Like you need that relief, you need that release, you need that. So yes, whether it's a little assistance with watching something or just you're bored and just doing it on your own imagination, it's there. It's constantly just bugging you. It's constantly just kind of like that need. So it's different. It's different for girls.
Let me ask you a question. Back to the love conversation. I'm done talking about porn. Do you think that people pleasers are just... What do you think about people pleasers? Do you think they're always just like in love? Or they just love everybody?
I think for them, they need affirmation, constant affirmation, because somewhere along the lines, they felt that it was a reward system. So if I do good, I get that good back. So it's kind of like, if I do this, then, I get that reward. I get that rush of like someone, told me, yes, you did a good job, or yes, that. And it could be implemented very young. It's just that it starts with parents, starts with teachers, where they get that idea, like, if I'm just good, if I do good, then good will happen to me. And they get the wrong perspective of it because a lot of people don't deserve that good. They will take advantage of it. They will use that good and they will dry you up like the last piece of the toothpaste. And they'll be like, they'll discard you. Absolutely. When you're done with the toothpaste and it's gone, you don't need it anymore. So once you stop, giving what I need, then what do I need you for?
I don't want to say my parents are people pleasers. They're Mexican parents. All Mexican parents are. They are. They just want to make everybody happy because, like I said before, I love my parents. But every time I want to go to a family party, it's like they tell me, you can't wear this. You can't wear that. If you wear this, I'm not taking you. And I'm like, why? I just want to go see my family. What's wrong with that? They're like, look at the way you're dressed. Look at your tattoo. Okay, look, I just got a tattoo. What, yesterday. But because they see that I have tattoos, all of a sudden I'm a criminal. I'm bad. I don't have a good heart. And it sucks because I can't explain to them like, okay, look, I wanted to get tattoos. Look, I lost an arm, half an arm. I wear what I wear because I want to show off what I worked for. I at least worked for my body. I've been working out for years. I want to show that off. My tattoos that I get, I deal with the pain, and it's painful. Let me tell you, it's fucking painful. I cry when it comes to the tattoos. And I tell them that, like, I'm sorry, but sometimes I go get a tattoo because I miss the pain. I low-key miss it. It like makes me feel kind of numb. Elaborate. It's like I don't need a shot to feel numb. I have like, I'm getting a tattoo. I'm gonna feel more pretty, and I'm not gonna feel the pain because after a little while, I'm gonna get numb. I'm gonna get numb on that spot. Like that's just the way I feel, But my parents see a tattoo as you're a criminal, you're gonna go kill someone, oh, you're part of a gang, you're like, you know. And like I said, I love my parents so much, but I wish sometimes they would sit down with me and they would like ask me, no, because there's those times lately, you know how I was talking about earlier that I show up at the house and I'm crying because instead of sitting down and asking me, what's wrong? What's wrong? Can I help you with anything? They judge me, they yell at me, and they ground me. You're so stupid. Like, what? Why are you showing up drunk? I'm like, it's not maybe I am drunk. Okay, I'll admit, maybe I am drunk. But have you ever sat down and asked me what's wrong? Why was I crying? And if you did, and if I said no, did you at least try your best to get it out of me? What's wrong, mija? Like something like that. Like, no. It was more like, no, you just get drunk and you get stupid. Like, no. I went through this trauma that you don't even know about. I have stories that only 3 people know about in my life, you know? Like, everything that I let out. That's the stories that everybody knows. But in between, there's little stories that I don't tell people and only 3 people know about. And it came out finally with my family at the ranch, like last Saturday, where I was telling everything that literally happened to me. Literally. And what I'm going to say a little story. I did get raped. I got raped back in like December, January, when I was going through my abuser. But I don't tell nobody. But I'm not going to go through the full story. I'm not going to. Who did it? Who didn't? Like, no. It was someone I trusted, but not no more, right? But I guess the only reason why I'm saying this is it came out on Saturday with my family. I got really drunk, and my cousins were telling me that I started saying that. Like, it was stuck in me, and I couldn't tell them what happened to me, right? And I guess I started going to details with them. Details where, like, I woke up with blood right next to me. Like, you know, like, it was bad, you know? So the only reason why I'm saying this is because I know more people found out about it, and I know it's going to go around, right? So that's the only reason why I'm saying it. So, like, it's stories like that I wish my parents would sit down and, like, talk to me about it instead of judge me and call me stupid and call me dumb and call me, like... And I wish you would sit down and ask me why I'm crying. Even when I'm drunk. Like, I'm crying for a reason. I'm crying because a past trauma is going through my head and I can't forget it. And even if they send me to a therapist, it's like, I've gone through 4. And one called me stubborn, the other one called me this. I told the other one that she don't know how to do a job. Like, you know, like, what's a therapist going to do? Maybe I just need, like, the people that, like, raised me to be there for me and understand. But no, they see it as, well, no, I think they were there to hear that. And they were, like, shocked. My dad literally was like, where the fuck is the guy? You know, I'm going to go beat the shit out of him. I was like, no, this was last year. It's okay. This was last year. It's okay. Whatever, you know? But I was drunk. I was so drunk. I didn't mean for me to say that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it was just something that was holding in me and I couldn't say it out loud before. And... And the only reason is because I feel like parents, especially Mexican parents, they're more like, you could talk to me. But when you talk to them, they're more like, I fucking told you so. So what is the I told you so gonna tell? Like, what's that gonna help me with? Like, more emotional damage? like, yeah. I'm like, you say your little perspective. I'm saying too much right now.
Well, I mean, here's what we gotta give parents slack. And this, I learned this a long time ago. When I was, well, let me elaborate.
Okay.
Because when I was 16, 17, I realized, oh shit, my parents are human. Oh shit, they're not perfect, and no one's perfect. They're ill-equipped to kind of handle like emotional like burden of anything. Even we are. Like, I'm just like you know, if I were to tell you like, oh, well, somebody died, you know, that I know and I loved, and I'm crying all over you, you're gonna be like, oh, hey there, you know. But yeah,
understanding.
it's hard. It's hard to comfort somebody. It's hard to be there for somebody. It's not easy. Again, it goes back to that, emotional intelligence, emotional, availability. Some people are closed off. Some people are narrow-minded. Some people don't see things. Parents are kind of the same way. They're human. They don't understand. They're going to be like, what's the simple answer? Or they're going to lash out, or they're going to not understand you at all. They don't know.
Because they're only trying to parent.
Yeah. They're only seeing it through their eyes. They're still seeing you as their little girl, and they get frustrated as well. They don't know any better.
But at the end of the day, they see the little girl crying in their household. It's like you expect them to be there for her, right? You expect them to what's wrong, mija? Like I said before.
Do you think they get tired?
I don't know. It was 2 a.m. when I
No, not like that. See,
tired. Look. I'm a little headache. I'm a little.
Do you think they get tired of
I'm
seeing
tired.
You? Give me
No. Okay, look. They're tired. Okay, no. I get it.
Emotionally.
They're tired of seeing me drunk. They're tired. They're tired of dealing with my emotional thing. But at the end of the day, you're parents.
Doesn't matter.
It's like you're parents. No matter how tired you are, it's like, be there for me. But never once. No, look. No matter how many times I showed up crying at no matter how many times I showed up drunk at the house, they never once asked me, what happened? What are you going through? What are you like? And I feel like they don't. They don't, because at the end of the day, they're gonna want to kill someone. They're gonna want to But ever since everything happened at my family's party on Saturday, I feel like they've been avoiding me, and I'm like, why? Talk to me. I know I said some shit. My cousins, they all told me the stories. What happened? I understand I was drunk and I don't remember what I said exactly, but they explained the story. And I didn't mean for you guys to hear what really happened to me, but again, I want you to sit down and ask me what happened to me. What happened to your daughter? She went through this rough time. Not only losing half my arm. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I do. It's my insecurity sometimes. It's my insecurity sometimes. But I've been through more stuff after that. I've been through losing a kid. I've been through getting raped, like I just said before. I've been through way more stuff that traumatizes me more than actually losing half an arm. Because at the end of the day, I can still have my confidence. And I still do. Sometimes I'm like, okay, bye, bitch. Okay, I'm cute. And she's going to say it's just the alcohol. Watch.
Look I know that sometimes you talk about not giving a fuck about your arm. And I love this because maybe this might reach anybody else that has been through such a similar situation. But you're going to care. That is your body part. That is something that God has ordained you to have and something that you lost during a tragic time in your life. Now, it doesn't define you though, because you still have your beautiful face. You still have your beautiful body and you're beautiful. It's not even about that. It's about your personality and just everything, who you are and who you built yourself up to and what you've done in your life. Now, it's going to take a real one to see what I see, to see what your real friends see, like GZ and people that actually know you. I want to apologize first for you that unfortunately you're living in a generation that is such a piece of shit. And so therefore, it's going to be a little harder this time. I mean, our time didn't have the internet and stuff like that, okay? We had to go up to men or girls and actually, and try to go there and be like, hey, can I get your number? Kind of that kind of thing, And honestly, those were the best times because you really did get to know somebody and you didn't have those false filters and damn, you look good, girl kind of shit, Or guys use filters too. So let me tell you something. You're a beautiful person. I always tell you that all the time. Unfortunately, because of your generation, you're never going to be able to see amazing things. If you went back at least 20 years ago, even if you had a missing arm, you're going to see that there was amazing men out there that didn't have flaws. Hold on. But let me tell you something. I'm going to go back to your parents real quick because you were talking about your parents, right? I don't believe that it's that your parents don't care. I believe that your parents get tired because honestly, they don't have the intelligence. And I don't mean they're dumb. I mean, they don't have the intelligence to deal with something. They've never had somebody lose their arm. They've never had anybody that's been through so much. Yeah. So they're like, fuck, no matter what the fuck I do, no matter what I say to my beautiful daughter who doesn't see herself the same, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm stuck in this hard place and I can't get her to see how I see her. So I'm frustrated. I'd rather not even hear about it because I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what to do. You're a beautiful person. Let me tell you something. You listen to me. And I'm going to tell you something. And I want to say this for the record of even on here. Listen to me. You might be missing an arm. And I hate saying this because it's going to be whatever. The half an arm. Doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. There's girls out there that are, and I hate saying this because it's going to make me feel like a bitch, okay? That have stretch marks that are ashamed of it, okay? Because they've had kids, hold on. That they feel larger. They've gained about 100 pounds. They feel unloved, unvalued. They feel that they're not skinny like the rest of the girls that they look at online, okay? Okay. There's a lot of girls who feel certain things, Gabby. But let me tell you something. They have all these insecurities. And yes, you're missing your arm. And I understand it. But you still have your beauty. You still have your personality. A lot of girls would rather, and this is going to sound so stupid, but they rather be missing their arm, half of arm, than to be 230 pounds over and feel the insecurity of a man. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So I know the insecurity that you feel, but you have to start looking in the mirror and saying, damn, I do look good still. Yeah, I'm missing an arm, but shit, it doesn't define my looks. It doesn't define my body. It doesn't define my face. And a man is shallow anyways. So you need to find a real man who doesn't even look at that, but looks at the character instead.
That may be my insecurities at times, but again, I know I'm good looking. I know I have the biggest heart ever. You're a good-looking bitch. No, this girl. No. I know I have the biggest heart. Good. I know it's like it's rare. Like I said before, it's rare to have a big heart now. Yeah, the little heart shape with the
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
She's on one love.
Hey, one love. There you go.
This is old. This is like.
But I feel like even that's not the case. I feel for me, it's like my insecurity is like I said, they follow another girl on Instagram. Who is this? Why does she? I know. Like, why does she have this like plastic surgery and you're following her? Like, are you hooking up with her? That's my biggest thought. Like, I start overthinking. Okay. I start noticing everything over like. But at the end, it's not about guys. It's not about guys. No. Wait, hold up. I know my parents love me. No, hold up. Of course. I know.
That's your parents.
And yeah, it's true. They never had anybody in the family that lost a limb. They never did. But I still feel like that's not an excuse. It's
but look, hold on,
you should be there for your daughter.
No, but it's not an excuse. It's just a sense of I don't know what the fuck to do or say to make things better. It's
but even like, don't give up on your kid.
But they're not.
They are though. No, cause like, okay, let me tell you this. 2 weeks ago. It's not. 2 weeks ago. No, 2 weeks ago. I showed up at the house. That little baby. Oh, he's so cute. 2 weeks ago, I showed up at the house crying. Okay. After bar hopping. It was only 12. I was crying over, I don't even know fucking what. Like, I don't know. I think it was my insecurity. Okay. It was.
And it happens.
Yeah. It happens. My mom did ask me, what's wrong? Okay. And I told her nothing. It's okay.
That was really
but I feel like, I don't know why I feel like your parents should fight for you. Because, like, when you're in a couple, when you're with somebody and they're like, no, I'm good, I'm fine. What are you going to keep doing? You're going to keep fighting. Babe, what's wrong? Oh, baby, what's wrong? Like, just talk to me. You know, like, it should be better with the parents because they gave birth to you, bro. Like, what's wrong? Like, daughter, what's wrong? Mija, like.
Give me this damn mic, man. Let me tell you something. You're not lying. A parent never stops fighting for them. You're right. I've been an experience of it for my mom and my dad, even though they were split, all that great stuff. Okay, I didn't have my mom around, all that good stuff. But let me tell you something. A parent has to stop at some point because you have to have independence or you'll never gain your independence. If they baby their baby all their life, you'll never see, and you know, and I'm not trying to be mean. And you know, I'm keeping it facts. I keep it facts. You'll never see great things from him because you'll always pick up all his slack. You'll handicap him. I've known that, and I'm going to tell you why I've known that. Because I handicapped Andrew. I handicapped the shit out of Andrew. I gave him a car. I gave him everything. I gave him everything, girl. And you know what I did? I fucking handicapped my own son. Sometimes we have to stop handicapping our fucking kids and we have to let them grow up. They have to let you fight your own battles. They're not there to fight your fucking battles anymore. You're 20 something years old. No, hold up. I'm going to speak. What up, girl? You ain't getting this shit. Listen to me. Listen to me. I know you went through trauma that nobody's been through. That not Jeezy's been through. Not I have been through. Not a lot of people has been through. Okay, I know that you've been through something so fucking life changing that it's been amazing. But let me tell you something. Even at that, your parents have to let you fight your own because that's how you're gonna be stronger. That's how you're gonna become braver. That's how you're gonna be able to really conquer your own shit. Okay?
No, I don't. Like, okay, they do let me fight my own battles. My mom walked inside when I said, I don't want to talk about it with you. Like, you know, like she walked inside. Okay, I get it. But then what happened? I still needed someone to talk to. I called Taylor. Okay. I called Taylor. She passed me to Benji and it made me feel a whole lot better. I stopped crying, right? But even if my parents tell me you have to fight your own battles, like you just said.
You have to.
I have to. But they judge me the way I do.
And people
they judge me the way I do.
Always will.
But I'm like, if you're not willing to talk to me, why are you judging the people that are willing to talk to me?
Because
the people that are willing.
Okay, let me tell you something real fast.
Jealousy.
No, it's not even jealousy. Listen to me. Your parents don't look at a stupid level like that. They don't look at it like jealousy. What they're seeing is that the other day you came with me. What did you do when you came with me? You had a tattoo that they didn't fucking approve of. So guess what? Are they going to approve of me because I took you to get your tattoo? No. They're going to look at me like, no, hold up. They're going to look at me like, damn, every time you're with Michelle, you drink. Every time you're with Michelle, you get a tattoo. Look at me. Even though you wanted it, even though I'm taking you because you're my friend, they will judge certain things like that because they don't feel it benefits you. And it's not that they don't love you. They love you. You're their baby.
I totally believe that.
But what I'm saying is this, like, you have to take yourself out of that mentality and tell yourself, I wish you were there a little for me and had what you want is this from your parents. I wish you had a little bit of more empathy for me and a little more sympathy for me. That's what you want. You want sympathy and empathy from them. You're not really asking for anything much for them because they gave you the world. You're still living under their fucking roof. You're still living under them. They're still taking care of you. Okay? It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck if you're sleeping on the couch. I don't give a fuck if you're sleeping on the blow up. At the end of the day, look at me. They still love you. Look at me. I want you to get to that point. No, I want you to get to that point of, okay, mom and dad, you love me, but I'm a fuck up sometimes. I am. And I'm a fuck up too. I'm a fuck up. I'm the biggest one. And so look at me. I know you want their sympathy and love. And they should, as they should. But has it ever occurred to you that their generation went through a hard fucking time? They don't even know how to give sympathy and love. They were like, pick your shit up. I don't give a fuck with this. That's how it was. My dad time was like, they looked at the salt and pepper and said, if you don't they looked at it and like, you don't pass me the salt and pepper, bro, you in trouble. Look at me. They went through different times than we did. You guys are, forgive me when I say this, a soft fucking generation. I am not a soft generation. Look at me. I'm a hardcore ass bitch. We were poor as fuck. And I had to fend for myself. You guys, and I hate saying this, you know I love you, girl, but you guys are a soft fucking generation. You need to grow the fuck up. You guys need to fucking fight your own battles. And you need to fuck this internet shit and this internet delete block bullshit. And you guys need to fend for yourself already.
I wasn't born in a rich generation either. I wasn't. I really wasn't born in a rich generation either. I was born where my dad had to go get his papers. He left us for a year. My mom was there struggling with me and my older sister. So I'm not going to say we were born in a richer generation. We were living in a room. I don't know whose room you were renting. I don't remember. I was a little baby. We were renting a room. It was three of us. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we were born in a generation where I was spoiled.
I know, because they were so fucked up coming from that, they can't empathy. And they're like, get it together. That's how they grew up.
It's
That's
crazy
true.
No, that's true.
They're like, hey, daughter, I went through worse. Get it the fuck together. Hey, it sounds crazy, but it's true shit.
No, but now they're hearing the stories of what happened. Like I said, what happened at the ranch, they were like, what?
Hey, welcome to the new generation.
Because I'm sorry to tell you this, Mom and Dad. Yeah, like, what would you guys think if you're like your daughter you just heard her saying that she got raped?
I would die.
Your daughter just finished she got raped. Your daughter just finished saying she got abused. Your daughter, like, what would you think? Like,
lock him up.
You would
Lock him up.
exactly. And I think that's what my dad was thinking. He was like, I know where this bitch lives. I'm gonna go kill him. But it's like, talk about it with me. Don't just think it. Talk about it with me.
Let me ask you something. So, I mean, because you have brought it up a few times, so I'm just kind of curious on this. So, that would be my reaction as a dad, or even as an uncle, that I have nieces that are just, I would die for them. And I would be like, where is he? Who is he? I'm dying. I'm going to jail. I'm facts. So, has this, I don't want to bring it up, but like, has there ever been like, have you talked to the authorities, the law enforcement, anything as far as pressing charges or anything like that?
That part.
Like I've said before, I feel like I have such a good heart, and I hate it. I hate it because I wish I could have this heart where I just burn everybody in hell. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, I wish. The guy that did rape me, he was a Marine. He still is. He still is a Marine. He's like a year young. Yeah, Michelle knows about it. He was a year younger. He invited me to go hang out. I wanted to invite my friends. They couldn't. But my friends warned me. They're like, don't go out by yourself. But I still decided to. I went out. I drank a little too much. We went out a little too much. I did drink a little too much. But I was on a good buzz when I got back to his house. His thing is, he told me we were going to go out to a club with a group of 4 or 5 of us. I guess all of a sudden, those things were closed. So we went to his house. And I was like, okay. I bought a little bottle of Jameson. You know the ones that like was like 5 shots?
No,
four shots. Yeah.
Which is $10.99 because I know my shit.
It's just like only 4 shots, like, so it shouldn't get you drunk. So I wasn't really like drinking like that. So I was like, okay, I drank that. No, yeah, exactly. I drank that, and then
you didn't have everything you had. I remember.
Yeah, he brought out another bottle of whiskey. And I was like, no, I'm good. I need to get home sometime. And he was like, no, the peer pressure. Keep drinking. I drank more. I remember jumping in his pool. But then that's when I blacked out. And it was like, when you like black out, you wake up and you like see for a second and then you black out again.
No,
yes, I did tell him no. I remember I woke up in a fucking garage. I don't know whose garage. I don't know.
So it wasn't his garage?
I think it was. I don't remember. And I was on the floor and I told him no. And I was pushing him off. And then I blacked out again. And then I woke up with blood on me. I woke up with bruises. And I still, even then,
we had to pick you up.
Yeah, even then I didn't want to accept what happened to me, and I was defending him. I was like, no, he drank too much. It's okay. We both drank too much. Like I was letting it happen until my friend Melanie, and I love Melanie with all my heart, and I hope she hears this. It wasn't until Melanie was like, girl, no, you got raped. You got raped by your own friend. And she started wanting to cry. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I never thought it would happen to me. And the reason why I couldn't tell my parents is because a week before, I showed up at the house really drunk. Because the bartender.
He didn't want his phone.
Because the bartender.
No, I'm saying Ruben didn't want
I was like, I showed up really drunk the week before because the bartender. And that's when I had all the burns on me. And so the next week I went out of pettiness. Right the next following week. But the week when I got burned, my parents told me, you're going to get raped one day. You're going to get raped one day because you're going to get so drunk where you're not going to. And then it happened the next week. So I feel like I'm ashamed to even. God does say this. I'm ashamed though. That's how I'm like, I'm ashamed. Wait.
When God says in his word, he said this something really important that you're saying right now. He said, out of the mouth, it shall be. Or he says, out of the power of the tongue, it shall be. So whatever you say or whatever they're proclaiming against you, and I hate saying this, but it's the truth. It could happen because you're confessing that. It's like energy, confessing that. So it's sad that you had to go through what they said. And that's why you got to be really careful what you proclaim against people. And it's sad that you had to go through that. I can see you're hurt, even by me looking at you right now, that this is your time for you to actually say this. But it's necessary for you because there's other people out there that don't have the balls to say what you're saying right now.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to say this. I really wasn't. Until last week when it started coming out, I was like, I have to say something about it. Because now that people heard it when I was drunk, I was like, I finally let it out when I was drunk. People are going to hear about it. And I'd rather them hear the truth of what really happened that day than them assuming she was just drunk and she got like, like, no, it wasn't that. I trusted someone and that happened to me. Like.
And unfortunately, that's kind of what happens with a lot of people that are in your situation that go through that. They feel like they blame themselves or they make excuses or it's just kind of like, well, I was inebriated. But no, I mean, you laid the ground rules. You said no, and that's all it is. That's when someone says that. Doesn't matter how much they pressure you or anything or intoxicate or anything like that.
No, you guys want to know what pissed me off afterwards? Afterwards, what pissed me off is I woke up in his house. And there was 3 people there. It was another girl, it was another guy, and it was another guy, I think. It was other people there. And he was like, I woke up, my lower stomach was already in pain. I was like, ow. Like, what happened? Like, what the heck? And that's when he's like, I'll take you home. He took me home right away. And then he's like, can you give me like $15 of gas? Bitch, I was like, yeah, I will. Don't worry. Like, thank you for dropping me off. But then that's when I went to the restroom and I was like, I'm bruised up. I'm bleeding. Like, what happened to me? And that's when I didn't want to accept it. Yeah, that's when like everything was coming back. I was like, wait, hold up. I remember now. Hold up. And that's when I called. It wasn't until I called Melanie. You know Melanie. It's like, like.
I don't like to talk about certain memories that I personally had. But I can tell you this. I'll say this much on air. I've been there and done that. And I know for sure that a man will take advantage of a drunk woman. And it's kind of our fault because we allow ourselves to get to that point. And we're so, and I'm just being real. We're so limp. It's like, fuck. We're so fucked up off of these stupid alcohol that we allow these men to take advantage of us. And it sucks. But that's why I always say now, be careful who you're with. Be careful of who you're around. And make sure you have someone trustworthy that is going to care about what you're going through. I've been there one time, and that's why I can relate to her. But I can't say it's a rape because I want to call it negligence on my behalf. I should have never allowed myself to get to that point where it got to that point because I would have been like better than that. But I can relate to you to consider that it was that. But I'm still going to take responsibility and say that it was my fault because I should have never allowed it to get to that.
No, that's why I blame myself at the end of the day because my parents did warn me. And I still decided to go get fucking blacked out. I let someone peer pressure me. I let someone,
Hey, we're gonna.
That's my fault.
We're gonna be at her wedding one day.
I'm not getting married. I'm not getting married. I don't want to get married anymore. I was engaged. No, I was engaged. Been there, done that. It's okay.
One time.
Okay, but been there, done that. It's okay.
You're trying to say I'm not gonna get a
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, for me personally, me personally, I don't want to deal with. If a paper needs to tell you that I love you, that's sad. I'm sorry.
No, stop.
That's what I see it as. That's what I see it as. Give me a ring. No, give me a ring if you want to. Give me a ring if that's what it means to you. But like a paper in court, like
I want the paper in court before the motherfucking ring.
It's the ceremony. It's your guys' commitment to one another. The fact that you're doing it in front of friends and family. There you go. It ain't so much the legal aspect of it. It's the fact that you're doing that. You're doing that. You're announcing to the world that we're together and this and that. So you're absolute. You're an absolute. You're an absolute catch. I see you happening, and the fact that something so horrible like that happened, and the fact that this person's still walking around breathing, it like boils me like to the core. So just kind of going back to that, not to kind of trigger that again, but even Michelle, bring her up, her situation, and then having to like think about like, oh, she takes some responsibility for. No, it's absolutely like, doesn't matter if you go out, you have fun, you get drunk. I don't care how drunk you get. That's like, I've been in those situations where I've had like a drunk girl throw herself at me. I'm like, nope. No, exactly.
Like, she trusts you.
So she's throwing herself at me. I'm like, nope, not gonna happen. And even on the other occasions where I've been the drunk person, I've had the girl take care of me. You know, I mean, it's gonna not happen for a guy, but the fact is, it's like they take care of me. And that should be a guy too. A guy should take care of you, not take advantage of you. So regardless of the situation, that should be their first instinct as a real man.
But look, if I'm with a guy, I will take care of you when you're drunk. I will take care of you. I will make sure nothing happens to you. Get drunk, baby. Like, I'm here to take care of you. Trust me to take care of you. Even if it's just a friend, even if it's Reina, like Reina, how many times did I take care of her? A lot. And I love Reina. I love Reina because I love that little side of her, and I love who she's grown to be. I love her. I love her, like, little stories, who she's grown. Yeah. I love Melanie. I love Monique. I love you, like Michelle. Like, I've seen your stories from like bottom to top to where you're at. It's still happening, but it's like, I'm gonna be here to take care of you. If you say you want to get drunk, girl, baby, I got you. Like, I'm not gonna get drunk, and I will take care of you as long as you let me know that you're gonna get drunk. Okay, I'll take 2 shots with you, and that's it, baby. That's it. I will take care of you. But that day that it did happen, I called you, I called Melanie, I called everybody, and everybody told me the same thing. Just stay home. Just stay home. It's okay. I have this going on, but just stay home. And I didn't listen. My stubborn ass just didn't listen. I didn't listen. I told my mom I was going out with some friends that I knew for a long time, but I didn't. And then it ended up happening.
I'm going to say something that no one is going to honestly like. Gabby has been in her club stages. And what made me so upset, Gabby, the other way. By the entrance, yes. Oh, Lordy Lord. So Gabby has been literally clubbing and stuff like that, okay? But what made me upset, right? She'd always tell me about her friends, that her friends were there for her and stuff like that, right? And I'm like, cool, it's good that your friends are there for you. But why the fuck am I getting a fucking phone call around 1:30 to 2 p.m.? 2 a.m., excuse me, saying that Gabby's here. She's super drunk. I don't know what to do with her. She's crying over this dude. And, like, I don't know what to do with her. What should I do with Michelle? I'm like, now, one thing is I took Gabby because she asked me for a ride. I took her to the fucking club. Melody and them were there. She threw up in the back of a fucking Uber. And I had to pay $150 for it. And Melody took her home that time. How the fuck am I responsibility? How is that my responsibility? How? But even though I'm a cool ass bitch, I took the responsibility and paid $150 fucking dollars for a cleanup on her throw up. How the fuck do I do that?
I feel you, and you are a great friend. You're kind of that go-to person. It's sad because you're too good of a friend. You've been that go-to person for me too. You know, it's kind of like if anything happens, it's like, okay, call Jeezy. You know, that was kind of me. Like when these kids get stranded, like this was me young. I was already like 19, 20, and all these like they were still teenagers. They were like 16 or so. They got stranded in Six Flags. They called me up like, hey, I need you to pick me up. I went out there. I picked them up. You know, it was like 10, 11 at night, and they were stranded out there. I was like, fuck it, I'll go out there. But that's just the type of friend I am. Just the fact that I am so that reliable person that you're going to be the person they're going to call to when the chips are down, when there's something's bad. You're the reliable, and it's the burden you have to carry. Same as me. It's like if anyone needs anything, I'm there. I'm like, if my family needs me, I'm there. If my friends need me, I'm there. But that's just because like I would want someone to be there for me. And the sad part is it doesn't happen. It doesn't always happen, but nothing.
What I was saying was because Gab's asking what was said about make sure a potty break.
I gotta go potty.
And what I was saying is like I would be sleeping and I would get a phone call at 1:30 or 2 and they would be like, oh, I don't know what to do with Gabby. She doesn't want to go home. And like from Melody or whoever was with you at that time. But my thing is this. Okay, but then I should never got a phone call. And that's how I feel though. That's how I feel. And for me, it made me it made me feel responsible that whatever happened between that fucking time frame that I was responsible for. Even when you threw up in the back, I was saying I was responsible for that. Like whatever the fuck reason why in their fucking great brain why you got drunk and you threw up in the fucking backseat, I was fucking responsible for that. That's not right. That's my opinion, but I still handled my shit. So credit's due to me.
No, but I feel like my friends, they just been where they've never seen me that drunk. I think the day that when the Uber thing happened, where I did throw up in the bag, is the day that you left us there.
I didn't leave you there.
But because that's because personal problems. That's just because and I understand. I understand.
Listen to me. Yeah, I had a lot of personal problems as everybody did.
Everybody does.
And guess what? I still fucking do with the same situation.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me a bad person. It just makes me going through something. I took care of the responsibility of the 150 that I was held accountable for. But what I'm trying to tell Gabby and help her understand is that she known these motherfuckers, and I don't mean in a bad way, I just say motherfuckers, since high school. I've known you after that, and I still respect you and love you, and I'm willing to go up and be above that. It doesn't fucking matter. That's even worse. I don't give a... If it's even the same... Look at me. Fuck that. Listen to me. Gabs... Let me give you some advice. Even we never even talked after this. Let me tell you something. Your friends are going to love you and pay for you. And they're not going to give a fuck because they love you. And no matter what the cost is, they're going to be willing to pay for that cost. I always tell you this, even to Gabby. One day, I'm going to need somebody. I'm going to fucking really fucking need them. And so I don't ever abuse my shit. I'm waiting for that time frame of when I'm down in the downs. And I'm saying, okay, here, please, whatever I can cash in at this time at you. Let me cash it in because I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm sad. And I'm fucking neglected and I need your fucking help. And that's why I don't abuse my friendships, because I'm not ignorant to the fact that you're gonna need that friendship. You're gonna really fucking need that friendship. But some people don't think on the level that I think of. Sorry. And honestly, it was not just one time I was called for your behavior. It was several fucking times. I didn't even know you were out that I was called for your behavior, that they brought you over my house. I had to take you to Taylor's house. I could go on forever about the stories. Gabs. On this time frame, Gabby, I will go to the ends of the earth and back for you, even when you think I can't. That right there is love and family. That's real shit right there. And that's why I want you to get down. People right now should never think that you're a burden because of the shit that you go through or the anxiety or the neglect that you feel. They should be able to be there for you at all costs. I don't give a fuck if it's money. I don't care if it's mental. I don't care if it's spiritual. They should be able to go through that with you. That right there, honey, is a real friend right there. You can cast your good friends to the side and you can take your shallow ones. That's fine. Or you can value what's in front of you. And I believe that right now, God is beginning to show you what is to be valued. I don't want to say the C word. I don't want to say that, but Chastity. Okay, Chastity. Delete it, her. Okay. Sorry, no, we're not sorry. We're not sorry. We're not sorry, and we're not saying that because we don't hate them. I thought we were talking about the word. No, it's okay. Cunt. Okay, no, Chastity. I hated to bring this up, but I have to bring it up because I'm a realist. People that delete you in life, honey. Look at me, honey. People that delete you in life like that never work for you. You know what I say, Jeezy? And I hate saying this because I feel that I hate using this as Gabby's handicap. Who the fuck are you out there? I don't give a fuck who you are. Who are you to deny a girl who's already been through so much? Got a fucking arm cut off. Let me just speak. Who got an arm cut off, right? Who's going through something mentally and hard, right? And you can just disregard them and delete them or act like they don't even exist. Look, I'm already going through my own shit. I lost a fucking arm. You have 2 of your fucking arms.
Wait, but
who are you? No, I'm talking about anyone, period, that can belittle, that can delete, that could have that sympathy or empathy between Gabby's disability.
No, wait, but I have like a comment to say about it.
But listen to me. I'll let her make the point is this. So the point is this. We all have hard lives. Yes, Jeezy? We do, right? But don't we? Okay. But those who don't have limbs struggle a little more because we do feel insecure and we feel that these part, if I'm missing this part, I feel some type of way in my life. So how the fuck could I, having all my parts in my body, me, I'm talking about myself, hold on. How could I bully? I'm not saying bully, some don't bully. How could I bully? How could I downsize? How could I be like that to someone like Gabby? How could I treat her like that? Hold on, Gabby. Let me say this because this is really important. How could I really treat her like that? She's already feeling some type of way. She's already going through so much in life. Like you're in your fucking 20s.
Hurts you at your core of what's really gonna attack. What's really gonna hurt you? They're gonna attack you for the things. No. So they're gonna get dirty.
And they're going to get dirty. And I understand that. But what I'm saying is me, because of my values, if I see anybody that has any kind of handicap, which that is, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. How the fuck could I have the audacity to delete and be so like that? I can't. I'm fucking a disgusting motherfucker in life if I can't even fucking help somebody like that. I'm a fucking piece of shit in life. And so that's my value. That's what I'm saying for me, okay? For me. I don't want to make this about Chastity because I'm not saying that about her. But what I'm saying is a good example of somebody who deletes somebody like Gabby. And what I'm saying is like you feel some type of way about that shit. It sucks, bro. It sucks because we should be loving on someone like her. We should be building on someone like Gabby because she's been through a lot of shit. I don't give a fuck if the only thing she hurt was her arm and she's gone with it. Hold on. I need to say this. No, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm not making it about her. What I'm saying is people like her, like Brooke deleted her, Andrew deleted her. There's a lot of people who did that. Alyssa deleted her. What I'm saying is all those motherfuckers out there who did such a thing. How could you do it with someone with such a fucking disability and be okay with yourself?
My thing is, I love you for defending me. I really do always love you, and I will always love you for defending me. But my thing is, you're making me sound like I'm different from everybody else, and I hate it. Regardless of what you want to believe. I know I'm different. I know I am. I know I am.
What you want to believe.
But my follow and my disfollow shouldn't depend on if I'm losing, if I lost an arm.
That you're getting, no. She's misunderstanding it. No. She's misunderstanding what I'm fucking saying. Then no. The follow and undisfollow. What I'm saying is, no. Somebody should have sympathy for what you've been through. You've been through. No, fuck the arm thing. You could have lost your life. You could have lost your life. You could have lost your fucking life. You're not seeing what I'm saying. You're not that educated to understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you've been through a lot of fucking shit after that. No, this shit. Hold on. It has spiraled your life down. I know the Gaby. Hold on. I need to say this. I know the Gaby before this, and I know the Gaby after this. I know that.
Listen,
I know that.
I get it. But look, what she's trying to tell you is like what you're saying is what's making her feel some type of way, and what's making her feel is like you're pointing out her disability as the point of all this, but it's not. But yet you're saying you're just you're dismissing it how she's feeling.
Like I do have a disability. I do have a disability, and I accept it.
It's fine.
But I don't think it's the way people view me. I don't anymore. I feel like no.
They view you like that. What I'm
even if they view me, even if they unfollow me, it's not gonna be because I'm missing an arm. It's gonna be either because of what I'm posting.
No one's understanding what I'm saying.
It's because
no one's understanding what I'm saying. Is all of us should have a heart for hardship that we've never been through, and we shouldn't make their life harder. We should be able to build them up and want to see them succeed instead of watching them fall in such a thing that we haven't been through. Until you lost what you've lost and been through the things you've been through, I can't relate to anything. I can pretend that I can relate to Gaby, but that's a false, that's fallacy. It's a lie. Because until I lost some kind of limb, I'm not going to understand the true emotion that she's went through. And what I'm saying is, as a human, I can at least build you up, that I've known her as a person, instead of make her life worse and just be stupid. That's all I'm saying.
You don't need to. No. You don't need to lose a limb to act the way you're acting, to do what you're doing. You don't need to lose a limb.
And I didn't say that.
You don't, because even before my arm, I used to go clubbing still. I used to act up. I used to.
People how they're.
But even people used to unfollow me even before.
I'm
people
talking
used
about
to.
my family, bro.
Okay, your family specifically, they're assholes.
I'm talking about nobody else.
Your family's assholes. Sorry.
Who know you, that been through your shit, that should know your shit. I don't give a fuck about nobody.
No, wait, but Chastity, I hate you. Chastity, no.
Okay, well, let me ask.
No, okay, look, Chastity unfollowed me before I even lost my arm.
Well, there you go.
Before I even lost my arm, she unfollowed me. Why?
What I'm saying is, like, we've been through something traumatic, so why just leave that person alone? That's all I'm saying.
In other words, leave that person alone.
Yes, like they've been through something. Let them have some healing.
So they're not. So are you trying to say, are they kicking her while she's down?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
But sometimes I feel like they're kicking me when I'm not down. I'm not down. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm living with my life.
It's okay.
I'm living with my life, and they're kicking me down.
But they are, though, because you're not at your best right now. So they're kicking you down. Like, think, bro. Like, I'm trying to tell you to think. You're smarter than that.
I know, but you're trying to tell her what she feels. But this is what she's trying to tell you, what she's feeling. No, because she's hearing what you're saying, but she's feeling the type of way what you're saying.
Okay.
But that's all I'm saying.
But Jeezy, have it ever occurred to you that I know my family and I'm seeing what I'm seeing?
I get that part, but I don't. You were kind of going on a rant where I didn't know what direction you were going. Okay. That's why I was like, "Hey, wrap it up." That's why I was like, "You gotta articulate." Here. Let me give you a little piece of advice. If you can't articulate what you're trying to say in its simplest forms, then you don't understand it yourself.
I do,
because you were going in different tangents.
Okay, look, there's just so much going on. It's not that I'm.
You had to refocus.
No. I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, Taylor. Like, where were you going with Taylor, I love you. You know I always do.
I didn't even speak about Taylor.
But no, one time Taylor did tell me when you were bringing up my arm and you were saying, how are people treating Gaby when she lost an arm? Yeah. Taylor did ask me, how do you feel that Thea said that you think that she thinks that because you lost an arm, people don't like you anymore?
I didn't say that.
Like, I just feel like
that's a false statement. About
no, it's just like it feels like you're trying to say that like people unfollowed you because you lost an arm, or people no, because people unfollow you because you lost an arm. That's no. That's what it feels like you're saying.
Bro, what I'm saying is you've been through a lot of shit and you lost your fucking arm, so people should give you a fucking break. It's not you're misunderstanding. Yeah, that is so. Listen to me, to everybody out there. That's so fucking stupid. First of all, I'm for sure you missed.
How long is it?
It's going on 2 hours.
No, sir. I'm sure that
We're gonna wrap it up soon.
I'm sure that you misinterpreted what I said. How the fuck am I going to tell Taylor in the first place? Oh, they treat Gabby wrong because she missed her arm, bro.
Ask me how I felt.
Empathy is because you know what somebody's been through. Sympathy is because you have sympathy on somebody doing that. I can't fucking have empathy for you because I haven't lost arm. I don't know how to do that. I can only have sympathy for you. What I'm saying is, how could people treat Gabby like that when they already know her? And what I'm saying is she's been through a lot and she's already going through her own traumatic shit with that. At first, you were. So what I'm saying is, how could you treat her bad? Like, just let her live and build her up. That's what I'm fucking saying. There's nothing more. There's nothing less than that.
I feel your heart's in the good place, but I feel you're kind of a little missing the mark here. In other words, if
I'm always missing the mark, Jeezy.
Well, you're missing the mark if something traumatic happened to you and I kept bringing it up as, okay, you're this victim. I'm going to keep pointing this out like you're this victim. Would you like me to keep bringing this up to you as you're this victim?
I'm going through something that I don't want you to pull me through. That leave me the fuck alone. Let me heal from what I need to go through, what I've already been through, and then come and talk to me with some love. And then ask me how I'm feeling. So yes, am I the fucking victim? 100%, because I'm a victim of something that somebody's never been through. So yes, I'm different.
Okay, if someone kept bringing it up to you.
So first of all, I don't keep bringing it up. She knows that. I'm just saying.
Well, that was my point.
What I'm saying is I'm just going off of what my family does to her sometimes that I feel that shouldn't be done to her because she doesn't deserve it. I've seen the stuff that she's done for kids. I've seen that stuff that she's done for them personally, right? And what I'm saying is, damn, she's only had this, like a year and something in. What I'm saying is have a little mercy on her. No, because almost 2 years. I've been with Ruben for almost 2 years. Exactly. So it's not 2 years yet. But what I'm saying is a year and something. You know who Gabby is. You know what she brought to the table. You know how good she was to you. You know the laughter she gave you. What I'm saying is she's going through her healing time. Can you have some fucking empathy on her? That's what I'm saying. Like, how could you treat somebody that's been through something traumatic that you haven't been through? That's all I'm saying. It's in the right place, of course. I don't know who wants to talk.
No, I understand that. I understand that perfectly. And it's true. Like, people don't have the hearts to understand where you're standing at. They don't. I do love little kids. I love them. I love them. Don't get me wrong.
And girl,
you little baby.
And Gab, I'm not handicapping you, bro. What I'm saying is people are heartless. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like people are making you sound heartless. And that's the thing for me. No, like, I love little kids. I love them. I did used to make them baskets for every holiday of the fucking year. And it scares me now if I get close to a kid. Why? I see a baby and I love them. I just get scared to get close to them because I feel like their parents always turn against me no matter how I turn into, no matter how I grow, that they separate their kid away from me.
Because you show a lot of skin.
Because, yeah, I show a lot. I show a lot online. Like, I do. But has anybody swiped up and asked me why? Why do you show a lot? Why do you keep getting tattoos, Gabby? Why are your titties out? Why are you posting in a swimsuit, Gabby? Like,
because you can. That's ridiculous.
I'm like, I want my friends to swipe up and ask me why instead of unfollow me. Why are you unfollowing me? Because
Jeezy, how come when she said that she don't get in trouble?
Like, no. You say it in a way. No. You say, look, No, you say it in a way where people you're making it sound like people are unfollowing me because I have a disability.
Okay, that's so stupid.
No, that's the way you're making it sound. Like, yeah, I'm missing half an arm. I'm missing half an arm, but hi, I'm missing half an arm, but no, that's the way you're making it sound.
And you don't know me.
I do. No. That's the way he's okay.
Well, that's what I said because she saw it the same way. I saw it the same way.
You don't know me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You missed the mark on that.
Michelle, we're not making it sound.
No, your heart is in the right place. That's just how it sounds.
Okay, listen to me. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me.
It's not about knowing
You
you.
don't know me.
I think it's
You don't know
the
me.
way you're explaining
Listen
it.
Yes.
to me. I don't give a fuck. I see my way. Experienced in life, thank God. Because
Yes.
thank God.
Yes.
Thank God. It's hard.
It's
Let's-
hard.
Thank you.
It
really Yes. is
So
hard.
what I'm trying to say here is how fucking dare any human being, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck who you are, give Gabby or anyone a hard time who has been through something traumatic that we have not been through, and how dare us sit there and delete them and not build them the fuck up and not do shit like that. That's what I'm saying. How dare us as human beings. Thank you.
We love you. We love you. We love all you guys. Yes, that's way better. Okay.
But I'm saying,
So
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, but as far as like, oh, she has a disability. Please give her.
No. You used to.
That's retarded.
That's better.
that's better.
I'm just saying. Okay.
That's better. Okay.
Well, there, my thing is.
We're gonna play it back.
fucking retarded.
We'll play it back. We'll have a listening party, and then we're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's what you meant, Jeezy, or oh, that's what you meant, Gabby. So you'll get that.
Thank you.
So it's 2 hours plus. I love you guys.
Shut the fuck up.
I love you guys. Yes, we're on a good one. So we're gonna wrap this up. Yes. We're gonna have some last words. So I'm gonna give it to Gabby first, and then I'm gonna give it to Michelle because I know you love those big speeches. I want to hear them. We all want to hear them. The audience wants to hear it. So yeah, just some last words, Gabby.
The audience. It's my words are honestly like, stop fucking up, bro. Stop fucking up, bro. Like, girls, guys, it's like I said before, there's rare people in this world. There's a drought of people with good hearts. So shut the fuck up. Stop playing people. Stop being whores. Control your dick. Control your fucking pussy, bitch. Like, shut the fuck up and just stop. Porn. Like, shut the fuck up with your porn. Unless you're gonna improve with your porn, stop watching it. Girls, unless you're watching it with your guys, I don't know what you guys are doing. Like, that's my thing. Here's Michelle, though. Here.
At the end of the day, we're shitty human beings. We are. We're not the best. We don't make the best decisions. And we can just at least give a little light to those who've been through more than us and who has lost a lot more than us. And we can give some love and support to them. And that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm so hardcore for Gabby. It's not because I'm like, oh, she has some disability, some shit happened. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck about that because I can be a hardcore bitch just like anybody else can. What I'm saying is when somebody's been through something that we can't comprehend, that we cannot relate to, all we can do is just give love and support and build up that person, because who are we as human beings that we wouldn't do such a thing? That we would want to see somebody fall and not succeed. So at the end of the day, I'm all about having people succeed. I just want to see everybody win at the end of the day. I have my own insecurities. I have my own battles in life. I don't have everything that I want in life, and I'm still looking for it. Material comes and goes, but the relationships we have with people will definitely count. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that relationship, and I'm already the age of almost 40. So like, God give me some mercy and give me some peace and give me what I'm looking for. So everybody out there, thank you for listening, and just be more supportive, be more understanding. And if anybody's mad at whatever we said, it's our truth. It's our perspective. It's our perspective. So you know what? If you don't like it, fuck you. And if you don't want to talk to us, love Jesus, and Jesus loves you. That's all I gotta say. Amen.
Amen. So thank you guys for listening. It'll be another banger. It'll be another pot-stirring controversy podcast, but we love it. And I want to thank you guys. If you guys have been listening for this long, thank you. This is the longest podcast I've had in forever. A good one. So you guys have a good night. Have a good one. Take care. Love you. Love you guys. Love you all.